Hello, everybody. It's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. I know it took me a little while on this one too, but here it is. Here's my review of Doom: The Dark Ages. It was developed by ID Software Inc. and published by Bethesda Softworks, and released on May 15th of 2025 for the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Now, this game is the 8th game in the total Doom franchise, and while this is actually a sequel to the 2020 Doom Eternal game, it's actually a prequel to the 2016 Doom title, which is kind of confusing, but when you play it, you can kind of understand. Now, as for gameplay in this compared to the last one, Doom Eternal, this one seems to be a lot more strategic, almost like playing as an iron tank, and it has less acrobatics from Eternal. Eternal had a lot of jumping, flipping, and stuff like that. This one, it has your basic jump, but most of it just seems to be mainly focused on just fast and frantic battles with lots of different guns and gore. Now, our beloved Doomslayer returns. Actually, he's the prequel Doomslayer. I don't know, but he naturally uses all kinds of different guns. New guns come into the mix, and the main thing in this is the shield that he gets rather early on, which is the most ultimate newest weapon mechanic. Now, this shield actually allows you multiple different things involving with it. One, you can throw it almost like a disc, like Captain America or like Kratos as his axe. You can throw it to stick in enemies to hurt them, and then call it back to you. You can do this really cool-ass forward charge with it, because you can click on an enemy and it'll show that they're locked on, and you do this super fast charge where you fly across the map and you can crush them with it. And it's also got the ability to actually act like a shield, to where when projectiles are being fired at you, you can reflect them back to where they came from. And it also allows you to break certain things in the environment that allow you to be broken. And, it's a heavily used mechanic in this, along with the guns. I found my gameplay actually playing through using the shield most for it. Now, the other thing that's really kind of cool is, I could be wrong, I've played a lot of Doom games, but I think this is the first time you actually get to use vehicles in it. That Doomslayer actually can pilot certain vehicles. I don't want to spoil it for you, but other than like gun turrets and stuff like that to shoot enemies, you also get to pilot a couple certain things. One of them's a rather large robot, and the other thing, I'm not going to spoil it. All I can say is, with the fact that the overall techno-medieval setting of this game, it's really, really cool. And as for the level design and layouts, most of them are rather large areas to go through, and it's a rather decently large game. Each level, there's like 22 total levels, and each level can last you up to about over an hour playing through, because each of these areas have all these nooks and crannies that you can go and explore, along with killing all these demons to progress through the level. All kinds of different unlockables, like little figures. Of course, you can get skins and other stuff like that. So it does have a lot of content in each of the levels, but at the same time, you can actually kind of just blast straight through the game. Now, the other thing about this is it's very heavily story-focused, and I can say I'm rather impressed with this deep story involving Doomslayer being sent as this killer tank to stop a war between Hell and Mars and Earth. Honestly, it's really, really interesting, the amount of story in this with the enemy characters and just some total badass character designs, banging music, fantastic badass music that goes with the flow of the game, and visual fidelity. Everything's crunchy. All the monsters and enemies and demons, you can blow chunks of their flesh off of them. You can blow their arms off, and the demons will just stand there because they don't know what to do. That's actually kind of funny. Now, the other thing I have to point out, which is very impressive, first of all, this is a single-player experience only. There is no online multiplayer, as far as I know. At least the version I have, it's just a single-player campaign. But honestly, it does have a lot of gameplay options in here for you. So if you have any sort of disability or anything like that, they can have it to where it can help you with like high contrast mode and all kinds of other features. So this is very, very user-friendly game. And the difficulty settings are quite well done as well. You can have it set with your normal difficulties, or you can put on super hard difficulties, and then you can adjust variants with that. You can like boost the amount of damage Doomslayer does with his weapons to all the demons. You can lower his damage taken, and you can even go and speed the game up 150%, which like the game is fast enough by itself. It doesn't need sped up, but at 150%, it's insane. And it's funny because what they do is they speed up the actual game. It's not just a game play, because like cutscenes and dialogue sped up too. So it's like, so I wasn't expecting that. I just thought it sped up the gameplay, but no, it actually speeds up the whole game. So I thought that was kind of funny. Now, as for overall game length, Doom: The Dark Ages will take you anywhere from about 12 hours up to maybe 15 or so, depending if you want to go around and collect all the different collectibles throughout this experience. Honestly, the levels are rather large. It's not like an open world game, but it's got some nice large sections that you go through with some really good, dark, gritty, you want to think of metal. My friend loves, death metal. You think death metal, this game is hardcore death metal. Honestly, other thing I got to point out, I just remembered this. I'm glad I didn't forget about it. Red barrels. We all know in the world of any sort of gaming, red barrels are boom-booms, okay? They will hurt you. Well, this game does something that I wasn't expecting. The red barrels cannot be destroyed by any of the demons. So you can actually be using the red barrels, the hide behind, I wouldn't recommend, but because the enemy blasts just go through them, but enemies cannot detonate red barrels in this. Only you can. So that actually makes it pretty cool to where now if you get killed by a red barrel, you know damn well it was your own fault that you didn't shoot it or set it off at the right time. But overall, for this 12 to 15 hour experience, I can definitely say that Doom: The Dark Ages is a fantastic game. People probably don't think the last one was a little better in terms of gameplay mechanics, but I would have to say this one, hands down, it's fast, it's fun, it's frantic. I like the level designs better in this one. I like the theme of it being like a medieval version. The shield mechanic is crunchy, and I love it. The overall story in it is dark, sick, and twisted, and it has a really good in-depth story, which I wasn't expecting. Hands down, I'd have to say that this definitely is a fantastic Doom game, as long as you like Doom games. Like I said, it's not as deep as some of the other ones, but it still gives you enough bang for your buck, and it's definitely worth the price tag. Now, naturally, with most other games, this game came out with multiple versions you could get at launch. You had your regular version, like this one is $69. It's $70 regular price for the game, which honestly, while that's still high, I can say, okay, I don't have a problem with a $70 price tag for this product. But then it gets into the bullcrap ones, like the premium one, which is $100. And that basically just gave you some skins, I believe, and 2 days of free early access to the game, which I hate when companies do that. That is so lame and stupid. But yeah, if you pay $100, you could have gotten the 2-day advanced version with some skins, or the collector's edition, which sold out almost immediately. That was $200, and it came with all kinds of DLC skins and stuff. Extra time to play the game, and I'm pretty sure it probably came with like some, a little model figure of a Doom guy ripping some demons apart. But in the end, I have to say Doom: The Dark Ages was a fun game. It was fantastic, frantic, really, really cool. If you want the difficulty, it's there, but if you want to make it a cakewalk, you can do that as well. id Software knows how to make a great game engine, and this is a smooth, fluid, fantastic bash fest that I just had a great bloody hell time with. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every single one of you for watching these videos. Please leave in the comments below what your personal thoughts of Doom: The Dark Ages is. Do you feel that it was better than the last one, Doom Eternal, or do you like this one better? Give me lots of likes if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and of course here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.